Antlers, antlers, antlers. Antlers seem to be the quickest way to grab someone's attention, especially with how unique fallow antlers are. Even though antlers are super cool, they are not my favorite part of being a fallow deer farmer.
It's fawning season at BRC Fallow Deer.
Boy. Fawning season is my favorite time of year. The anticipation of fawns dropping is just incredible. I love walking the pen 2 or 3 times a day looking for babies. Who's going to have the first fawn? What color will it be? Will it be a buck or a doe? Cool boy. He looks cleaned off. Nice. This past fall, we artificially inseminated our 13 does for the first time ever. Check out that 3-part video series to see how it went. Unfortunately, there isn't a safe way to pregnancy check fallow deer without causing undue stress and potential pregnancy loss. So, we just had to wait and see what fawns would be a result of AI breeding. I'm happy to report that 9 out of our 13 were AI babies. That's a 69% success rate, and we couldn't be more thrilled. In the fallow deer industry, AI is considered a fairly new practice, so protocols and procedures are still being fine-tuned. As an industry, we consider 30 to 70% success. We ended up with 5 buck fawns and 4 doe fawns out of our AI cycle, and then an additional 4 doe fawns out of our cover buck sitting bull. All 4 colors were represented this year too. We had our first white fawn. Did you know that white fallow fawns are not born white? They are actually a butterscotch color, and they progressively turn white in the first year and a half. Brennan created our numbering system when we bought our cattle herd, and we have decided to use it with our fallow as well. The first number is the last digit of the year, so our 2024 fawns all start with a 4. And then the next 2 numbers are the order in which they were born. Well, to the best of our ability. A couple of the fawns were born super close together, so we did our best. We choose a different color tag for each year too. Our 2023 fawns sport a red tag, and our 2024 fawns are white. This fawning season, we had white 401 through 413. All of the new fawns need to be reported and checked when they are born, but we have to be quick. By 2 to 3 days old, they are so steady on their feet, it's really hard to catch them. We take a DNA sample, give them an ear tag with a state identification number. We give them a dose or 2 of probiotics. This is known as fawn paste. We check their gender, make sure their umbilical site looks okay, and we check to make sure that mom has been taking care of them by licking them clean, and we feel for a full belly.
Finally tagging the last fawn, only 13. It's a doe, which means it's nice for the go when it's right here. Before we do that, pull a DNA sample. Just an all-flex tissue sample, I think they call it. Pokes a hole for the ear tag. And it also punches a little piece of their flesh into a preservative, so instead of pulling hair, you kind of kill two birds with one stone. So it gets a little bit of iodine on the hole. We had one get a little bit of infection from the ear tag this year, and this will just kind of help prevent that. So the ear tag just punches through the same hole. And if I remember, I'll bring fawn paste out to give a little bit of a immune system boost. Most of the time I don't remember, but once I did, give it to me.
What's fawn paste?
It's a source of live, naturally occurring microorganisms and digestive enzymes for classes of deer.
So essentially it's just probiotic for fawns, right?
Yeah. And it's messy. And I'll double check its umbilical cord, make sure it's good and dried up. I might just let her go back to laying down. A lot of people give shots and other things, and I don't know, I don't really mess with it. The fallow aren't as fragile as whitetail, so they don't enjoy it.
We are doing things a little bit differently this fawning season than we did last year. It is our second fawning season, and this year we have opted to pull 4 doe fawns and bottle feed them in an attempt to tame and mellow out our herd. Our original herd of fallow deer are a little on the wild side. They usually run to the back corner of the pen when we rattle the gate. We know that stress on deer is never a good thing, and the last thing we want to do is cause them extra stress or harm just by entering into their pens. So, we did what we know best. We researched. We looked online and we asked our friends in the deer industry what the best methods for taming a deer herd are. We were given several different ideas and options, but the most common bit of advice was to pull the doe fawns and bottle feed them. We knew this would be quite the undertaking, but decided it was worth the try this year. We pulled the first 4 doe fawns that were out of our AI breeding cycle and started our first bottle feeding program. Bottle feeding is quite the commitment. I started out with 4 feeding times a day for the first week to help the girls get securely on the bottle. Then we moved to 3 feeding times a day, 7 a.m., 1 p.m., and roughly 8:30 p.m. This is the schedule that worked best for us. My kids and I spent countless hours in the deer barn with the girls. They loved helping bottle feed the fawns, and formed a strong attachment to them. Our 4 bottle babies still run to us when we come out to the pens with the remaining pasture fawns not too far behind them. We haven't been able to hand feed or touch the pasture fawns, but I love that they're willing to come up within 10 to 30 yards of us. Honestly, that's the ultimate goal. We do not want all of our fallow extremely tame, as we still want to be able to herd them and move them through our handling facility with ease. Even the pen of our does have been coming closer and closer. They have learned that treats will be tossed out. They usually only come within 20 to 50 yards of us, but I still consider that a win. We shall see if we can continue this trajectory through the winter months. Keep watching to see how our relationship with our fallow deer unfolds in this next year. Come on, it's lunchtime. Yeah? You ready? You guys want some too? Don't run. Can you put 403 with 404? Do you want me to help or just keep videoing?
Hi. Hi, little friends.
What are you doing, Eve?
Eating this
You're feeding two?
at the same time.
And Brett has one?
And Mom has 0.
And the bottle feeder's doing it? Look at that. Good morning.
Good morning. I've been one at a time.
Yeah. You know why I'm feeding this one by itself?
Why?
Because she just didn't finish her bottle in the bottle holder, and I've kind of discovered that she likes one-on-one bottle feeding. So I usually let her drink as much as she will with the bottle holder, and then her and I hang out until she finishes her bottle.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what number this is?
403.
It is 403. Good job. Is she our oldest or the youngest?
Oldest.
She is.
But she doesn't look like our oldest.
Well, she's only the oldest by 4 days between our 4 bottle babies. So she's not that much older than the rest.
So, a bit older than her.
Yeah, there's a couple older than her out in the pasture.
Whoa.
And there's a couple younger than 408 out in the pasture too.
408?
Yes.
Is there another phone except 408 in the pasture is chocolate?
Yes.
Is that 408's brother or sister?
Brother.
Why
401 and is a boy and 408 is a girl, and they are both out of OG. They both had the same dad.
What about their mom? Where was their mom?
They had 2 different moms.
Why?
Because that's just how it works. Fallow deer only have one baby at a time usually.
Okay.